Right, let's head
Always keep your eye on
deeper
the
into
prize.
Epitaph, I guess. And at least the loading screen doesn't look any more inviting. I'm still curious about why is Kakaza expecting us? Like I mean, maybe that's just good intuition. I mean, cause we are here. But he's expecting us, and he's not trying to stop us, so... Does he think he can just convince us to help him? Cause no way. Ooh. It all looks so sinister. Is that the tomb of the Cretan Child? I mean, everything in here looks like a tomb, but that looks 20% more tomb-y than the rest.
Rise to the top.
Is that even a word?
Or get left in the dust.
I guess not. For me, it's also so fascinating that they're doing this, like the Inquisition is doing this whole shit on a Necron world, but they are not even really able to take care of all the Necron, right? Oh no, are there more? Did just some people materialize? And one has white hair? For a second, this one over here looked a little bit like Argenta. Let's have a look. Reality bubbles before you and bursts with an agonizing shriek. A few silhouettes now stand in your way. 3 of them seem to have your face. And yet, the differences are striking. Each has been marked by another accomplishment and different experiences, making you feel like the protagonist of a tale about a pair of twins separated at birth. Though, I guess if there are 3, it is more like quadruplets separated at birth. Righteous reflection. Are they like alternate versions of us? Oh, remember there was something. Remember in the Necron tomb, where we like read the lore about the Necrons, right? There was one chapter which was like really confusing us about like different versions and like mirrored reflections, and the question whether the reflections are you and stuff like that. Maybe that's that. Maybe that's like different outcomes of our journey or something. I would say I wonder if they're on our side, but it's 40k, we're on a Necron world. I'm quite sure they're against us. Emperor, bestow strength upon me to smite yet another obstacle as I carry out your will. This one is pretty dogmatic. My master. Change of ways, is this of your making? No, I can feel it's not. You are not playing tricks on me. You are sending me prey for great sacrifice. Huh. Is it just like the 3 paths we can take? Because the first one was like dogmatic all the way, kind of like Edward as Argenta. And this one seems pretty heretical if it's talking to change of ways, which I guess is either a nickname for Tzeentch or one of their demons. Is there some ironic lesson in what is going on? Should I be looking in the mirror a little less? Or perhaps try to look at myself from the outside? Or is this a hint that I am my own worst enemy? I shall ponder this in my memoir. I wonder if this is supposed to be the Iconoclast one. At least it didn't seem very empathic. And Edward looks at where his doppelgangers came from. The blatant abuse of the fabric of his existence is causing the most of reality to flare up. You see the mirages of the Koronus Expanse in their glow, altered past recognition by the decisions you have made. Or could have made. It's some other world. It is that. It is what the Necrons were talking about. Maybe it's an artifact, which is here, or just like a local effect. Who are you? Your replica smiles in understanding. I am Edward von Valancius, the Magnificent, and I know myself, which I mostly certainly do. You are now pondering what that makes you. The answer is simple. You are my reflection from a less glorious reality, a product of the malign influence of the treasure that I seek. Yeah, it's just different versions of us. Alternate realities. Very interesting, but I still wonder, like, what made them appear? There's just so much chaos here? Is that manifesting them? The doppelganger makes the sign of the Aquila and utters, I am the blazing paragon of humanity, unbroken by tribulations, the first to venture into the darkness without fear, and the one who unites and brings back that which was forfeited. I am rogue trader of the god Emperor. The last doppelganger smiles coyly. Speaking of me, I'm the only version of ourselves that chose the path to the true power. I serve the master, the change of ways, and I already changed upon my reflections in the streams, which is why I'm the only one without a dumbstruck expression on my face. He knows what is going on. Interesting. But this one... I'm a little bit confused that the curse reflection at least appears to be this one with the white cloak, and not the one with the red cloak with the chaos sun on it. Who would have guessed it's him? So, you are me. Truth stems from the Emperor. You are lacking it, which means you are not the true Von Valancius, but a flawed replica born out of a flawed reality. This is the decision who can push through. Way too many Edwards, way too many rogue traders, way too much arrogance. Because that's something they all seem to have in common. And Edward addresses the arrogant copy. You seem to think you are better than the rest of us, don't you? And yet, I was the only one clever enough to become the master of my own fate and not be reduced by someone else's plaything or a slave to dogma. So, why do you seek to enter the crypt? I came to claim the true treasure. Whatever it is, Theodora found it, which makes it mine. Xavier will regret trying to steal it from my dynasty. The doppelganger smirks. Necron technology is so far advanced past the Imperium, this is most likely related to their ability to manipulate time. They can send people back in time using various weapons. This is possibly the realities of what would happen if they changed the past. So basically it's like a paradox. And that's why like multiple versions of us are here. Interesting. Also interesting that they chose us to pull the stunt. How can the Necron even fail if they can manipulate time? Wouldn't you kind of like always win if you can change time? At least given their former power and resources. Medicaid succeeded. The doppelganger's slightly accelerated speech, jerky movements, and the sweet tinkle in his eyes suggest that his blood is teeming with Yrliet stimulants. Fun. And I become very principled and vengeful where my treasure hoard is concerned. It's also interesting that we addressed the arrogant copy. And the arrogant one is the glorious one. That's not confusing at all. You know, I wonder how you acquired such an ego. The lack of pointless advice, I presume. On the day Conrad killed Theodora, all of her officers died with her, including Mort, Abelard, Idira, Raver, Vigidus. When I came into my inheritance, there was no one to teach me how to be a rogue trader. I handled everything myself, and I found out who Theodora von Valancius really was. But you didn't even find out who killed Theodora. A narcissistic, unscrupulous, self-serving bitch who lied to everyone. I admit, I regretted not getting the chance to know her better. I embraced her principles and realized that literally everyone in the Koronus Expanse was out to take advantage of me. The Drusians and the pirates, the Adeptus Mechanicus and the Casbatica, Calcazar and Orelon. And so the puppet pulled all the strings and made its masters dance. I dare say things turn out too well for me. Ah, Tasiphone, my sworn friend and the most overbearing shrew in the Expanse. Of course you're here as well. The copy nods meaningfully at Cassia. Yikes, so I guess in his universe, Tasiphone successfully corrupted and overtook Cassia. Nice to see you in the thick of things as usual. The mention of the former Navigator of the house makes Cassia flinch. What? I think you mistake me for someone else. Indeed. In this rancid reality, you are some kind of pathetic parody of yourself. Yikes. Every time they mess with the time, they cause massive amounts of damage and problems for themselves. They can't calculate what the changes to the timeline. For example, they send a large number of Tyranids. What are the changes to the timeline? For example, they send a large number of Tyranids back in time, only for them to attack the ancient Necrons Empire and wipe out certain dynasties that stopped existing in the modern day. So yeah, guess that also backfires. Why then risk that to have like 4 copies of us here? Or maybe just something went wrong. Have you achieved much without loyal allies? Indeed, I have. I'm the most influential figure in the entire Expanse. Gallegos was slain by the Xenos, and his successor Yvain became my puppet. Oh, I think Yvain is, by the way, the son of Gallegos, the one we rescued on the prison planet in the very beginning. Which is very odd. He was never important again, right? Like, we could even decide whether to save him or not, and that didn't seem to have any implications. Insenia chases pirates, not realizing it is me who's raiding her colonies. I was able to make a pact with the Cabal of Breathing Tempest against Calcazar, forcing him to flee. I undertook a dozen expeditions into the unknown, moved the dynasty capital to footfall, named Vladain my governor, and made Hieronymus a cardinal. Not too bad for a novice, wouldn't you say? That sounds like quite some chaos. On the other hand, we did some of the things as well. Vladain is our governor, while Hieronymus died. Weird. Yeah. I guess that's... But what is he representing? It doesn't sound like extreme enough for like heretical. It definitely isn't dogmatic. Or maybe it is dogmatic. Not really, right? That just seems like chaotic. I don't know. You know, you're a parody of what a rogue trader is supposed to be. But the epitome of hubris, greed, and brazenness. This is what being a rogue trader is all about. You simply lack the imagination to grasp it. So weird. Imagine talking to like different versions from alternate universes of yourself. I think that would be both very interesting and very weird. Race of the Night. Imagine if you met like the you from another universe. What would be the first question you would ask them? I think it's the last defense mechanism to try and cause internal divisions. Oh, true. Would be a good point. I wonder what Calcazar and his troop saw when they came here. Emperor. What an insufferable, smug, arrogant, and childishly insolent creature. How can a single rogue trader embody everything they are loathed for? Well. And Edward addresses the cursed copy. But I mean, given that we can address the cursed copy and the pious copy, I think the one we talked to is supposed to be the iconoclast one. Weird. Did you better than I did? That's my question. That's an interesting and good question for yourself from another reality. Though the thing is also, would the you from another timeline universe whatever, would they have like the same values? Like, would you both agree on what's like better? Deeply unsettling. I have no idea what I'd ask. Maybe if the same major events occurred in their timeline. Also interesting. I think I would be very curious about like, what do you do? What does like that version of myself do? What's important to them? Yeah, I have no idea what to ask. I mean, if that actually happened in reality and you saw like yourself and they're like, hey, I'm you from another timeline or alternate dimension, I think I would be speechless for a moment. And it would address the cursed copy. So, one of my versions chose to serve the arch enemy. I do not serve, I reign. You grovel. But I dominate and rise even higher. That is kinda a Lae'zel sentence, right? I do not serve, Istik. Law succeeded. You notice that your replica is sporting elaborate makeup. Under a layer of powder, the doppelganger's face looks strange, its skin covered in wrinkles. Somehow, they remind you of closed eyelids. Or very scenes of you. I don't want to see a version of me who didn't get therapy and medical help. Yeah. Sounds like that's for the best. And can relate to that. I'm also very glad I went to therapy, or I'm still going to therapy and getting help with that. Yeah. Idira opens her mouth, and you see the blackness between her teeth, the place of her tongue. Oh, the one with the red cloak is an Idira. An alternate Idira. Interesting. And you see the blackness between her teeth in place of her tongue. 100 otherworldly warp voices speak instead of her voice. The master requests a sacrifice, a living sacrifice. Toss them into the warp. Their past will be unraveled and woven into yours. Okay, yikes. Yeah, this version of Idira was creepy. A little. Ever so slightly. It would have been cool to have like also a portrait of her with like way more eyes. Why did you come to Epitaph? My master, the change of ways directed me here and revealed my destiny. This is where I will cut short the life of the corpse Emperor's champion and claim the great trophy. This is where I'm fated to become one with the war. And he's really into the heretical path. I wonder if their dialogue changes a little, like depending on your path and alignment. But I guess not. I wonder at what point your soul was tainted by heresy. It happened on the day Heinrix Volkvir wounded me with a cursed blade. From then on, I started hearing voices. Fortunately, my companion Idira taught me how to avoid going insane, and I began to listen to and heed their wisdom. They revealed secrets to me and whispered the dark rituals. I raided the Von Valencia crypt, made a dark offering of Theodora's skull, and enslaved her spirits. I learned all of her dirty secrets, all of her lies. Which, I mean, of course is completely insane and probably not the best way, but also pretty interesting to learn more, like, what was actually Theodora up to, right? Because, I mean, she did lots of things, and we don't know about most of them. And I mean, yeah, that's how it started for us as well, right? We did hear the Edge of Daybreak quite a few times. I saw the full picture and realized that only the strongest survive in the Expanse, and any strength is good enough to survive. In short, you've gone from being a rogue trader to being a piece of crack and shit. This was very interesting, but shut up. Ulfar shifts his gaze to you. I have just realized I've not given your spiritual fortitude the credit it deserves, 8 fodder. Thank you, Ulfar. Sorry, but after hearing about the destruction of the crypt and the despicable thing he did, I just have to shoot that bastard. Be my guest, Idira. I think what would be even weirder than like talking to yourself would be like shooting at yourself from another Like another version of yourself, right? Yikes. You are disgusting. You won't believe how little I care about what you think. And last but not least, we do address the pious copy. Your faith seems to be stronger than that of us all combined. I remember in whose name the sacred warrant was granted. I remember by whose hand I'm ordained to exist. I believe, and my faith is a bright light driving back the darkness. But your faith is cold embers, and when I look at you, I feel ashamed of myself. That is just so much Argenta energy. So, did you come here to help Cassia? Oh, please don't. The future is not known to me. The Lord Inquisitor did not give me the full details of Operation Precious Sentinel, but he mentioned its importance to the entire Imperium. I've come to lend him my aid, or stop him if his plans go against the will of the God Emperor. Dogmatic all the way. Awareness succeeded. The doppelganger vigorously chops the air with his hands, and you notice some stiffness in the movement, as well as a subtle grimace of pain. As you look closer, you realize that lurking under your replica's clothes a change of penance, with jack hooks digging into his flesh. Ew. Such instruments of humility are only worn by the most fervent believers. Yeah, I guess even Argenta is not that pious that she's hurting herself. Ew. Yeah, I was reading the Gaesus Cataclysm, and all it took was one slave child hearing whispers to start a massive demonic incursion. Oh boy. Yeah, seems like it's pretty easy for chaos to corrupt and do stuff, right? Cassia covers her eyes with her hand and shakes her head sorrowfully. The heat of your hues is blinding, Lord Captain. Scarlet and gold shroud your very essence in an overpowering radiance. But deep inside, I see a palpitating smudge of sable blue which you have banished, which you loathe, and which ruins the perfection of your image. Are you afraid of a misstep, of loneliness, of the Emperor turning away from you? Oh, just afraid. Do not dare lay your accursed eye on me. The copy's roar is deafeningly loud. How did you even survive the cleansing of Yrliet 5, monster of House Orsalio? Felix and I crushed your mad followers and purged the Navigator's house of corruption. Did your heretical powers enthrall my copy's weak spirit in this reality? How ignoble, how disgraceful. I don't know if you should be talking about disgraceful, slaughtering the whole of Yrliet 5. Then again, that's the dogmatic way, right? So, where did such piety come from? It filled me on the day that Sister Argenta and I executed Theodora for heresy. What? They did that together? I saw all her wickedness and depravity and felt unclean, stained by her blood, so I swore to redeem the name of the dynasty. Interesting. Quite a different way, like much earlier diverting from our path. The Lord Inquisitor from your reality must be pleased with you. You know, it looks like this version of me became just a mindless zealot. Vice always masks envy as contempt. Yeah, sure. The situation has just become complicated. How are we going to resolve it? I guess it will be battle, right? We shall fight. I sense your soul's greedy interest in what is hidden in the crypt, and I will not you to take possession. And I will not you to take possession of this blasphemous thing. I think there's an allow missing, like I will not allow you to take possession. But hey. But I see we're outnumbered compared to you, doppelganger. I think it would be wise to join forces, topple you first, and then resolve the conflict between those who have survived. For real? Like a clear worshipper of chaos is going to ally with like the most pious rogue trader? I concur. We will finish off the one with the biggest retinue first, and then decide who's worthy of the price. However, I already know who it is going to be. That seems weird that they would be willing to team up, right? I think definitely the dogmatic one shouldn't just be like, okay, heretic, let's fight together. You know, I'm giving you a chance to settle this affair peacefully and avoid self-destruction, in every sense of the word. Though I don't think this is going to change much. A great deed is not accomplished by peacemaking. It is accomplished by spilling blood with a righteous hand. Yeah, but allying with heretics? Sure.
Do you dare to look me in the eye?
My soul is ablaze with righteous fury.
Look at this Idira. Over 1000 HP. And also the different Edwards have like around 2000. Insane. Oh, and here's also an Argenta. Argenta the Scourge. Okay, we can do this. Maybe we can do this in just one turn of Cassia. As usual. Here, Heinrix. Yrliet, I will really hope that I can sharpshoot from here. And Idira. Alright.
Who if not me?
Yeah, the boss fights get insane though in chapter 5. Ah, insane HP. True. It really seems way over the top, especially if you have like human enemies and it's like, yeah, they have like 20-fold your HP. Like, okay.
I'll see to it personally.
I think I would actually disagree, Mara-chan. I think, or at least it doesn't feel to me like too much AP sponge-like. Cause, I mean, we still get to very quickly resolve the fights, right? Okay, if I go here... yeah. If I go here... If I go here, just looking how I can attack as many as possible. Here. Let's just start with those three, alright? So let's hurt ourselves a little bit.
The Navigator is coming.
And press the advantage. Yrliet was doing around 700 damage a shot and around 1400 to 2100 on criticals, so she was my version of your Cassia. Insane! I think my build for Yrliet is not that good. Like, by far. Here we go.
My prescience has failed me.
Why did Idira say that? Ah, it's... Wow. Wow, Ethan, it's just the other Idira.
I'm not accustomed
I was
to
like,
being ordered around.
mine shouldn't have taken any damage, right? Go.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. You don't frighten me!
Let's just use the decree, give another turn, and let's take care of them. And maybe also use
I'll
the
see to it personally.
online and stuff. The zones.
Who if not me?
I don't know why I forgot that. Okay, here we go, Cassia.
You should feel honored to witness this.
And let's just hurt ourselves.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Nice, at least 50
Me? If you
technical
insist, Lord
advantage.
Captain.
And here we go. I wonder if this is going to be enough,
If I may.
but we will see. At least we got full momentum again.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
The whispers called to
I
me.
am a
And
navigator.
goodbye,
I
Idira.
refuse to demand.
flesh means nothing.
Me? If you insist,
Let's see
Lord
if any of the Edwards actually get to act. Would be
Isn't
fun if
this
they
a job
didn't.
for the serfs?
Okay, end our turn and get another small turn? Or not? Why didn't she get another turn?
I'm not injured.
She should have. Ah, there it is. Interesting that Argenta kind of got to act in between. And here now she can go again. Weird. Okay. here.
If I may.
And this should be it. Yes. 2 down, 1 more to go. But I'm afraid, standing like that, I can just attack him. Let's give you the warp curse and then attack you. Here we go.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Let's have a look. And Ulfar's way too far away. Should I just give Idira another turn? I think that's the smartest way.
I'll show you
To
why
handle this.
navigators are feared.
Alright. Oh wow, you're too far away. Here we go.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
Let's show them what a good Idira can do. If we just shriek a few times. But I guess I would shriek at Argenta, cause she will be harder to reach with the others.
But of course,
I wonder if I even need to see someone for the
anything
shriek.
else.
Sounds like something you would just do by voice.
Was
Go.
was that you? The body. Or
Sad, I would love to do more. Alright. But for whatever reason, I could try to shoot her. Just my chance of hitting is pretty abysmal. If I go here... 19% chance to hit. Are you serious? Haha,
I'll make it
95%.
happen.
That's better, I take that. Neat. Right, Cassia's normal turn. I'm wondering if there's a place where I can hit both. Maybe if I go here and then take this cone here. Haha, looking good.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. Emperor,
Don't
deliver
worry,
us.
Cassia, we're just making others
I'm
cross
not
your gaze.
accustomed to being ordered around.
And here we go.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
need your aegis, O Emperor.
And Argenta just survived. Let's change that.
Me?
Yeah.
Try to die with grace, at least.
Idira, I
Isn't
guess.
this a job for the serfs?
More exploits. And more shrieks. Shriek costs 2. Here we go. Right, Yrliet. Can you take down 870 damage? Take down HP, of course. I don't think
If
so.
it serves your cause.
I think my Yrliet build is not as good as yours, Alistair. So, here we go for
I
first.
understand your intent. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
How did he even achieve up to 2000 damage with one shot?
If it serves your cause.
Yeah, here we go. Come on.
Ancestors guide me.
Legacy is forever.
Let's just use the Wild Hunt. I mean, it's his turn next. And it could be enough. Maybe? Come on.
Pay with your blood in the name of Kalamensha Kane! I deal
Nice,
death
was
with
enough.
my hands.
Haha, we did it! And we got another level
Is
up.
there money to be
I
made?
kinda didn't expect that. Let's see if they have anything interesting on them. Medium armor. And a heavy bolter, but bolters are not that nice, I think. Alright, Juniper, have a safe drive. And
I
maybe see you
always
later.
have a backup plan.
Anything here? I think here might be Kakazar. Let's do the level up first, and then look around. Oh no, another talent. You can loot yourself. Go loot yourself? Sounds kind of like go fuck yourself. I don't know. I think I already have the best talents. Let's go with your next so we can make another one our servant. And another skill. Do you think we can persuade Cassia to do something? If we can, we are prepared. Plus 245. That's all I can do. Here we go. And I don't need to level up anything else. With Ulfar at least. Awareness, cause why not? Let's take the last Navigator talent. Of course, that allows us to get even more willpower and perception. Commerce. Awareness, of course, why not? Doing my part. Die, no heresy. Let's take no heresy of Heinrix. I think it doesn't really make sense. But hey. Better stats, I guess. Here we go. Yrliet, what do we give to you? Play the bolts. Also removes deflection, willpower, and toughness. Why not? Sounds fun. But I think especially skill-wise, we have everything we want. Like, I always can't just improve them anymore. Demolition. Making things explode. Always nice to know. Tech use. Okay. Kinda half-assed level up, but hey.
I have learned much in my exile.
One of the images stands out among the rest. This likely used to be the symbol of an ancient Xenos dynasty. Maybe the dynasty we are slaughtering here. Who knows? Connect to the memory core.
That's how it's done.
Can we find out more about them? Eliminate. I guess on the left we had some more Necron. Oh wow, that was everything? So we just saw what I guess are Inquisition forces attacking Necron. Does it continue? No, we can just see the same. Weird. I mean, that's not very surprising, is it? Weird. I mean, why does the game show us that? Argenta the Scorch. Do you have another bolter? And, well, a very nice armor for Sisters of Battle, which we currently do not have in our party. Sword, Staff of Shock and Awe. Might be interesting, I will look into that. Then again, I think we already have nice staffs.
My options open.
From used to oldest. Wait. Where's the staff? Ah, here. We already had another one. Apparently it's not that nice.
Keep your wits about you.
We go. The power soft might be nice for Heinrix. Penelope of the Assassin. Let's have a look at those two things. Heinrix. Nah, I guess we already had that sword as well, and it's not nicer than our current axe. Penelope of the Assassin. Each round the wearer's dodge is increased by plus 10% at the end of combat. The effect resets after any attack made on the wearer. And in general, plus 15% dodge against range attacks. I would say that's nicer. I guess we will still get attacked, But hey,
Rise to the top,
especially if we
or
don't
get
get
left
attacked,
in the dust.
it will be nice for to have like stacking lethality. Yrliet does not lose the elusive effect if they attack from cover. Another last gun, which might be nice. Let's see. Might be nice for Yrliet, but she can't use it. So, no. The tech blight has barely affected the bridge, but almost completely devastated the Xenos structures below. Yeah, the tech blight really seems like an awful weapon. Kind of the thing why I also thought that Pasqal's counter tech blight, or Abelard's counter tech blight, sounded so horrible. I guess I have to take care of that turret. And I think it's an Inquisition turret, right? It's not Necron. Rosary of Defense. Unyielding Beacon, we are not using that. And the rest are just consumables. Some more lore. Come on, Yrliet.
Oh, too hard for a simple monkey.
As soon as you touch the obelisk, ancient Xenos symbols. Yeah. Okay. I want to read it again. Ancient Xenos symbol appear in your mind, forming the words, "Open the pocket repository." And we said yes, apparently. Another power weapon, which could be nice. We don't have that. Whenever a warrior uses a psychic power, they can trigger one of the following. Oh, might be cool. The weapon is actually from Astartes. Slightly less damage, but just ever so slightly. More armor penetration, which is cool. Next by this ace, deal additional damage equal to 5% of the target's maximum wounds. This bonus is applied to each enemy only once per round. That's cool. Let's go with that.
Give this task to someone lesser.
Okay. And yeah, the cowl might be interesting for... Yeah, but the Vivisector Visor seems nicer actually for an assassin. The warrior uses willpower for dodge test. I will not equip it. Connect to the memory core.
I always get the job
Let's hope we see something more interesting this time. Inquisitor, we are progressing according to plan. Our troops have already reached the targets. Yeah, so the Inquisition went here and fought the Necrons to go, well, to the tomb, I guess. But I mean, nothing we didn't already know, right?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Was that supposed to be a challenge?
Well, that was easy to kill the turret. I take it. No one took damage, right? No one got injuries.
Is there money to be made?
And I think we're getting closer and closer to the finale. The destructive web of the tech blight is spreading along the walls of the crypt. The tech blight... I'm wondering, like, what is the tech blight? Is that this green weird stuff which causes, like, just the stone to shift? Oh well, I guess it's metal, not stone. Please just stay a dead corpse. Please don't attack me.
I always keep my options open.
Do we also want to destroy the other turret? Sure, why not? There's loot. Come on, Ulfar. Ulfar, take.
Save your jests about fur, fleas, and marked territory.
He took trauma?
I heard enough of them back on
What the heck?
Fenris.
He took 10 damage and he got trauma for that?
A
Okay.
wound. I didn't
Why
notice.
Does something trouble you?
I'm watching your back.
State your intention.
Remember,
Heinrix also has a minor
innocence
injury?
proves nothing.
My whispers crave entertainment.
This place looks so strange. Right. I mean, it really has like similarities to Borg technology. Can we even still use like? I mean, nice that we get some trophies, but I don't know if we can still use them. You know,
Let
it
us
feels
not
like we're off to the final battle. Alright, let's go deeper into Epitaph. And hopefully meet Kakazar before things are too late. Oh boy, I wonder what kind of scene is awaiting us. And how bad shit is going to go down. Come on, load faster. I'm impatient.